On July 7th, the 2023 NBA Draft #1 pick, Victor Wembanyama, made his Summer League debut. Thomas and Mack Center was sold out. 17,500 fans, everybody excited to see just what Wemby was capable of. The fans were chanting, "We want Wemby," hours before tip-off. Scouts compared him to the likes of Anthony Davis, Kristaps Porzingis, and Kevin Durant. Some even claimed he's a one-of-a-kind generational talent. So did Wemby live up to the hype on his first Summer League game? Unfortunately, Wemby was outmatched in his first Summer League game. He played against the #2 pick Brandon Miller and the Charlotte Hornets. He scored just 9 points, shooting an abysmal 2 for 13 from the field. He had 4 personal fouls and a team-high 3 turnovers. Meanwhile, Brandon Miller had 16 points and 11 rebounds compared to Wemby's 8. Wemby got dunked on by Kai Jones. He got a welcome to the NBA moment. This off night isn't even against NBA level talent. Wemby is playing with almost exclusively his fellow young prospects. Is this a bad sign for the most hyped first pick since LeBron James? Well, let's dive into it. Wemby had a rough offensive game. He has range, but in this game, he shot 1 for 6 from downtown. He also looked fatigued every time he was subbed out, and he just played under 30 minutes. He did not set screens well. His legs were sticking out, causing them to absorb contact first instead of his chest sometimes. Against bigger, stronger, faster opponents, this is a big injury risk. With his skinny body frame, there is a lot of work to be done before his body is ready for the NBA. But was it all bad for Wemby's debut? Not at all. Despite the poor field goal percentage, his shot selection was actually great. The shots were just not falling. He showed his ball handling and playmaking skills. He was unselfish, passed to the open man in true Spurs fashion. He was shifty and showed lots of great attributes we don't normally see in bigs. He's a 7'3" big man who crosses up defenders. His defense was also stellar in this game, having blocked 5 shots. His 8-foot wingspan made it easy for him to protect the rim and the perimeter. Even the poster from Kai Jones was good defense. He picked up the ball handler and was quick enough to get a hand up on the alley-oop. Props to Wemby for the hustle. Ultimately, there were much more positives than negatives for Wemby this game. The Spurs won, and Wemby showed a lot of positives you want to see in a rookie. Ball handling, playmaking, unselfishness, defense, effort. He just had a bad shooting night. Maybe there were some nerves in there during his debut with a sold-out arena. Let that sink in. He's selling out crowds in a Summer League game. It's not even an official NBA game yet. Plus, he's just 19 years old. He will make a lot of mistakes as a rookie. It's natural. It's human. Now, let's talk about Wemby's second game. Surely he wasn't going to allow himself back-to-back off nights on offense. He put up 27 points and 9 of 14 shooting, 2 for 4 from 3, and 12 rebounds, 3 blocks, and 1 steal. A much better offensive performance compared to the last game. The arena was once again sold out, and the fans were in for a treat this time. Every time Wemby got the ball, there was an amazing energy from the crowd, which gave him huge confidence boost in this game. Despite the loss to the Trailblazers, Wemby dominated and showed everyone why he was the #1 pick in this year's draft. His plus-minus was 0, and the only player with a better plus-minus on his team was Dominic Barlow at +4. Wemby had 3 blocks in this game. It's insane how he got at least 1 block on a 3-point attempt in both games so far. Normally, when a big man sags off a shooter, it's very easy to punish them with a quick jumper. However, with Wemby's 8-foot wingspan, his sagging off is actually bait. He tricks opponents into thinking they have enough daylight to shoot, when in reality, he can easily block those shots. This is huge because teams can't force a switch on him. What's usually a mismatch where the smaller player can either blow by the big or shoot from the perimeter. That option is just not there if Wemby is defending the ball handler. That's going to be a problem for a lot of teams. Wemby once again showed that he is an elite rim protector. He is a very disciplined defender. He does not fall for pump fakes at all. He knows he can reach the ball even after the second release. Great IQ from this 19-year-old. It's not a reach that Wemby might be included in the NBA All-Defensive team or maybe even lead the league in blocks in his rookie season. It goes without saying that rebounding should be one of Wemby's strengths. He doesn't have to jump too high to clean the glass after all. And combine his length with a quick step, and you've got a player who can jump twice even before other players have had the chance to jump to grab the board. And then there's the offense. He's a threat from anywhere on the court. He can dribble, pull up, post up, pass, and even if his shots are contested, it doesn't even matter because of the sheer height advantage that he has. His shots feel wide open, and he makes those all day. And even if he doesn't have the strength to back down opposing bigs in the post yet, his footwork more than makes up for it. Crazy skills for a guy his size. He is a certified unicorn. But of course, Wemby is not perfect. There are now some weaknesses that are being exposed in Summer League right now. What could Wemby clean up after this first game? First is his free throw percentage. He shot 7 of 12, just 58.3% from the free throw line. He was perfect in his first game, 4 for 4, so it's uncertain why he shot free throws so poorly tonight. He also had back-to-back games with 3 turnovers. Maybe he's dribbling too much. Whatever the case, he needs to get used to the defense reaching out for the ball whenever he drives or dribbles. The best defenders will study his patterns and tendencies and will give him a hard time in his isolation plays. Also, he was setting screens with his elbows and hands. At one point, he will get unnecessary foul calls and turnovers with these illegal screens. We've seen a lot that Wemby can do and can't do, and apparently that's enough for the Spurs organization. They've decided to shut down Wemby and not let him play for the rest of Summer League. Coming from a hectic schedule, Wemby will get his well-needed rest. Flaws aside, Wemby will no doubt be a force to be reckoned with within the league. He's got the length, speed, range, defense, everything. He will only get better as he gets more experience playing with the best basketball players in the world. Don't forget, he's also coached by Greg Popovich. Heck, Greg Popovich was supposed to retire. Instead, he signed a 5-year contract extension as head coach of the San Antonio Spurs the day after Wemby's debut. It's obvious that the whole Spurs organization is excited to develop this generational talent. Wemby is mentored by the Spurs greats David Robinson, Tim Duncan, and Manu Ginobili. His support system is crazy good. So there you have it. Was Victor Wembanyama exposed in his first 2 games in the Summer League? Kind of. He needs to work on taking care of the ball and setting better screens, but that's it. It's almost everything else is positivity for Wemby. What do you think? Is he worth all the hype he's been getting? Share your thoughts in the comments down below. For more videos like this, be sure to like, subscribe, and get notified. We'll see you on the next one.